If you are a beginner wedding photographer or you're thinking about getting into wedding photography, this video is for you. I'm going to talk about why now, 2025, is really the best time for you to join our industry of wedding photographers, and let's chat about it. Okay, so this might be kind of a weird video because you might be thinking, what the heck, I thought the wedding industry was really hard right now. It is. So that is what brings in the opportunity. So let me explain. So demand, I made another video about what is happening in the market in 2025 right now, how demand is super low, weddings are down 40 to 50%. And people's budgets and how much they want to spend on wedding photography is just not there like it is in normal years. This applies to wedding videographers too. So because their budgets are smaller, it is a perfect opportunity for you to enter the market at an affordable price point and try and book some weddings at that price point. So wedding photographers who've been in this game for 10 years, like me, I'm not going to lower my price all the way down to compete with the market. So I'm going to pivot, and I'm not the only person doing that. So that means that there's a gap in the industry right now where a lot of young people or just young photographers, not age, but you're a young photographer, can just come in, take these weddings and shoot them and grab the bookings. And I'm not going to come down and compete with that because I have a lot of experience and I just don't want to do that. So I'm not the only vendor who is doing that, which means there's a gap for you if you are looking to get into the wedding industry. It's a really good time for you to get in and grow. You could grow really fast because you can do a lot right now in the market. So to get into the industry right now with the demand the way it is right now, my advice to you, if you're a new wedding photographer, is to create some packages that are not cheap, but affordable. So you will be competing with other affordable wedding photographers. There's always competition in this industry, but there's a huge opportunity for you right now in the market because equipment has never been as advanced as it is, and the amount of content online, content marketing wins right now. Like, it doesn't matter how good your website is, it doesn't matter how good or your publication, how many publications you've been in, or all the things that mattered 5, 6, 7 years ago. Content is key. So it's a prime opportunity for you to be using the combination of demand, technology, and the fact that content marketing is taking off to get into this industry. So it would be a huge mistake, let me just be clear, for you to try and enter the market at a higher price point, or for you to enter and then hike up your prices really fast and compete with people who've been doing this for 10, 15 years, or the rest of the competition that is just kind of sitting there at the higher end. So there's a increased demand for really good content and for unique visuals. So branding has always been important, but it's never been as important as it is right now. So if you're a creative person with a creative vision and you can craft stories and create content that puts off a feeling and make that feeling consistent, you can create a strong brand that way, and that has never been more relevant because people are no longer looking for the best photographer on the market. They're looking to be an influence, or look cool, or look whatever. So if you can create something that people think is cool, you can grow a lot right now in the wedding industry because you can people are looking for that creative edge more than ever before. So if you are feeling like you have this idea of a brand or something you want to create, there's prime opportunity to use that. And don't shoot yourself in the foot by thinking that it's already been done before, or that you don't shoot like this person or that person, so you don't know how far your industry will go. Or stop if you're looking at other people's Instagram or trying to copy them, just stop doing that altogether right now, because there's never been more opportunity for a unique voice in this market, and there's a space and a gap and a place for you to grow with that unique voice. Like, quick example, I shoot on manual mode. I've been shooting bridal party images the way I have been for doing it for 10 years. I make some changes, but not a lot. My second shooter might come in with just this really unique angle, and People love it. Like, she has only shot 2 weddings. People love her take. It's fresh, it's unique, she's young. I would have never created that because I've been doing this so long that it is hard for me to kind of like create something totally new like that. Like, my brain is kind of stuck in its way that it likes to create. But that's a great opportunity for her to take her unique angles and unique ways of seeing things and use it to your advantage. And if that's you, then use it to your advantage. So if this wasn't motivation enough, this next thing is going to be motivation enough. AI and technology has never been as advanced as it is right now. I have so many videos on this channel about Aftershoot. Imagine. Please watch them. Please subscribe and give me views. No, because I was here before photo mechanic was the thing. And if you're like new to the wedding industry, you don't even know what photo mechanic probably is. It was like the first time that someone made something that was like, oh, culling, we can do this faster. I was here before that came out. So now you have all these programs. So you don't need to be full-time. The way that a lot of people did when I entered the industry to be able to do the level of work that we're doing. So you can enter the market, still be part-time in the industry, but you can work so much faster and you can blog so much faster. I'm gonna go on a whole tirade, I could go on a whole rant about SEO. How many people are not using SEO right now because people are used to TikTok, Instagram, all that. But if you watch my how to blog with PickTime, the gallery delivery software, you can start ranking on SEO really fast. And it's really important because nobody is doing that right now. Like, everyone is just overlooking SEO. So there are gaps between having a creative brand on TikTok, having an affordable price point, using PickTime to blog or whatever you're using, blog fast, make it look good, get some traffic to your website. There's those 3 things. There's huge potential for you as a wedding photographer in the market right now. And what's going to happen is I recommend you get into it, start, and whatever that looks like for you. It doesn't mean you have to book your own weddings, right? You could be second shooting. You could be building a portfolio. You could be putting your second shooting images on Instagram. It doesn't have to be your own, all your own weddings. But what's going to happen is if you get into it now, grow, learn everything, get kind of more specific about the direction you want your brand to go, right? And then when the weddings do come back around, you can raise your prices a little bit to get out of that kind of affordable price point where you're kind of dealing with everyone and getting a little bit more specific. And when the market comes back up, so you will already have figured out a lot of these things and workflows, and you will be ready to take on more clients. Maybe that's when you go full-time. If you're not full-time, maybe you're already full-time now, but that's when your business kind of stabilizes. So there's prime opportunity right now for beginner wedding photographers to get into this mess of a market. And just another thought is like, another thought is because you can do things so fast also, there's a great level of work-life balance available to us right now. So it's never been easier to balance working a full-time job and shooting weddings with the technology the way it is, because you can use Aftershoot, you can use Imagen, you can use AI, you can use, even Lightroom has AI tools now. It's never been easier to run the business on the operations side than it is right now. So it's a prime opportunity for you to get in and get going with your business. And with growing technologies, there's also growing education. So one advice I always tell new wedding photographers, and yes, I do sell courses on this channel, but I do tell new wedding photographers, be careful about the content that you purchase and the things that you consume, right? You're like, don't you sell courses? Yes, I do sell things, but also when I was a beginning photographer, thought I needed to buy every single thing and every single piece of education and every single piece of new equipment that came out. I didn't actually think that, but I would do a lot of those things. So be careful about what you pay for education. So the only reason you should pay for a course or a product is that you have identified a problem in your business, you've tried to solve it and you cannot solve it, and there's a product for that reason. Do not buy a product that you were not thinking about that area of your business, like consultations. Like for example, I have a course on consultations, right? Do not buy my course if you never thought you had a problem converting clients who are inquiring into booked weddings. If you never thought you had a problem with that, then I'm not the one to tell you that. So you should only buy educational courses or things that you have said, I'm having trouble booking this client, I'm having trouble booking. You have thought about the problem yourself, or you become aware of yourself and you're trying to solve it, because otherwise you're just letting like the education industry tell you what's wrong with your business when you're the one that actually knows. So don't think that they know more than you, because you do know. You just have to think about it. And there's a lot of education stuff that will like throw you around and all this stuff. So don't be thrown around, and don't buy things that you don't need, especially right now. So next week, I'm going to be talking about the 2025 wedding market itself. So if you want to tune in for that video, I'll post a link here. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week.